Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. I start with the idea that nothing is impossible and everything can be done in the end. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 79, NASDAQ off 52, S&P's down 13.5, gold contract down $28, trading at $1,220 an ounce. Silver off 62 cents, $15.26 an ounce. Platinum down 37 bucks at $9.57 an ounce. Copper down 4.5 pennies, almost 5 pennies at $2.24 a pound. Light sweet crude off $1.64, $39.81. Yeah, the market's down with light volume. We'll go through some of the commodities. Commodities were down. Notes, the 10-year note up 16 ticks, 129.09. 30-year bond up a point and a half, 163.09. And King Dollar up 466 ticks, trading at 96.10. The euro is at 111, and the yen is trading at 114.11. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so we are down on the S&P $1.31. You've done 76 million shares, which is coming into 134 million. We're at 203.20. Bottom line, that baby still wants to get into the 211 price point. The S&P was down 0.5%. We'll go look at the NDX 100. We'll use the 3 Qs to look at the NDX. What we have at the NDX is this. We did 19 million shares. You pull back 89 cents, and you're pulling back into 31 million shares. 3 Qs are trading at the $107. That wants to trade up to the $111 area. Gold contract, what do we have with gold? Gold contract traded down $32 today. We are down, I believe, 28 right now. Jeez. We're down 27.80. You've done 246,000 contracts. So what you do have is that you have nice contract volume, expanded contract volume. That's nice. 247,000. You're going into 366,000 contracts. Bottom line, you're coming down with lighter volume. Now, we'll see whether it can get down to where it broke topside from, which was the 1196 area. Silver, what do we do with silver? Silver comes down hard, a lot harder than gold, but it goes up. When it likes to go up, it goes up a lot higher and harder than gold also, meaning volatility-wise. Silver came down 63 cents. You did 73,000 contracts. That's coming into 85,000. Now, what was intriguing about silver, even though silver did come down hard, silver didn't hit its swing point. And that swing point that we're talking about is only a minor swing point. That swing point was generated on March 10th. The actual swing low that is a major one is $14.61. The bonds, let's go over and take a look at the bonds. We'll first do the 10-year note. 10-year note today goes up 15 ticks, 836,000 contracts, which is light volume. You know, your bottom line is that you're coming into 1.2 million contracts, and you're coming into 1.6 million. 30-year bond, same type of setup. If we go over and we take a look at the King Dollar, King Dollar goes higher today. It does 466 ticks. We do 14,000 contracts. That 14,000 contracts is coming into 30,000, which was March 16th, as well as 71,000, which was generated on March 10th. So bottom line is that market going up with lighter volume, that market still wants much lower price. If we go over and take a look at NUGT, and this is a good lesson, folks. And I had got a couple calls on this when we were explaining, you know, how they compound on the way up, they get defensive on the way down, and that when you're dealing with much larger numbers, just how fast it can go. So NUGT is the 300% bull position of the New York ARCA index. Okay, so bottom line is that last 2 days the equities pulled back. This index, okay, had started off at a low in January of $17, $17.22. Went from $17 up to 74. And is that within, that was in 1 month, okay? So check it out. Yesterday, the stock is as high as $70. Today it's 51. If you trade these doubles and triples leveraged position, please come over to our website at TFNN. Go, you'll see it says ETFs. Read those 3 white papers because you'll learn a huge amount. And the key in them is this. They compound on the way up, they get defensive on the way back, and you want to wrap your head around the math of that when you're compounding or you're pulling back off a high number. Because what happens is this, is that to me, these things are really in a sweet spot between 12 and 18. You know, you get a good trend going, they can go from 18 and they start compounding to 25, 30, 35, 40 very, very quickly. All it takes, however, that being said, is that when you're at 50, 60, 70, bang, they can come back in a second. Depending where you were on the get-go of the depression of 2007 and 8, we were trading the SRS quite a bit. And that SRS, it was an amazing trade. It went from, I don't know, went from either $5 to 200, 250. We got out of the way, and that thing was back at like 150, I think, in 2 days. It was pretty intense, man. Bottom line, they're great vehicles, but they're daily investment vehicles, and they compound on the way up, they get defensive on the way down. Where I love trading them is that when they do come down to smaller numbers, if you can catch a trend at that smaller number when they're pulling back, it's a big number because they actually are not as volatile when they're actually pulling back and you're already at 7, 8, or 9. Let's say you're at 9, pulling back to 7, 6, and 5. They're just not as volatile. And if you do get a trend, even intraday, you're going to catch it. You're going to catch it pretty good, meaning on the top side. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials finished down 79. NASDAQ off 52. S&Ps are down 14.5. We're going to be right back.